with the recent scenario of a young girl who was apparently swindled of all her hard-earned money. She blindly trusted some guy who approached her and assured her that he loved her. So she fell in love and trusted this guy, so she ended up offering her support to her partner, thinking that maybe they have a future together. But she was later on disappointed, so she ended up reaching out to me after being swindled. So with such a scenario, you would think that in this era of information and technology, internet everywhere, that people would be informed about certain things. But no, these things are everywhere. You can literally get anything you want from the internet, from YouTube, from all social media apps. But it seems that the young people out there are not informed. When we tell people to come for coaching and mentoring about relationships, people think that maybe love issues don't require guidance. It's like they think it's automatic. Things will just fall in place. But no. However much it's your life, you need that support and guidance. You need that advice. At least right now you can get it from everywhere. And even there are mentors everywhere on the internet. Unlike in our days where we used to struggle to find information, we practically always fell into the many traps. We navigated on our own. There were no coaches or mentors anywhere. And internet was rare. All it was expensive. So we could not access this form of advice anyhowly. How do you identify red flags? I will use a live example myself. I remember when I just started my career life, my business life, we rented out a shop and I had a workmate. And then there is this one particular customer, a man who used to frequent our shop, printing, scanning documents. I think it was for his company. And by the look of things, I think he was well off. He would come, park his car, then he would do his work, pay, and then he leaves. And with time, we became friends. And later on, he started pursuing me. But then, the first thing that I realized that was like a red flag, the guy told me in his conversations that he never believed in God. Just imagine, at least someone will tell you that maybe I'm not a Christian, but I'm a Muslim. But for him, he never believed in any God anywhere. He never believed in the high power. That was the first red flag. Then, by the look of things, I guess this guy, like I said, was well off. But he always told me he cared for me, loved me, but he never spent any money on us, all on me. The only thing he would do, he would come around during lunchtime maybe, because food was sold nearby. Then he would buy lunch for himself, but because it would be shaming for him to eat alone, he would buy lunch for us. That's the only thing he would spend on us, spend his money on. He had a car, but even when you asked for his help, maybe to help you transport a few merchandise from town to the shop, he would not. That was another red flag. He cannot support you in any way. He will not spend on you. A man who loves you will always provide. Even if he doesn't have much, they will provide whatever they can. Then the other red flag was, he told me that he lived with a sister. And then he told me that I could not visit him because the sister was at his home. But later on, one Sunday I was coming from church, he bypassed me in his car with a woman and children. So that was another red flag, which I hadn't noticed, and I wasn't maybe not going to confirm until I saw them in the car. But he insisted that it was a sister. And because we used to sell some other edibles and sweets, I used to sell also chocolates. This guy would come every night and buy 2 chocolates, one for his sister and one his. That was a clear red flag, but I let it pass. The other red flag was when he came and started confessing and telling me that he wants to marry me, to spend the rest of his life with me. Since I was cautious, I told him, I think I need to first visit your parents. Then he told me, I have a mother, but she stays very fine in Mbarara. And going there, we need like at least $1 million for transport, for fuel. Then we also need to slaughter a cow for your coming, because in our village, when we are welcoming a woman, we have to slaughter a cow. Then I told him, but visiting your mother doesn't require to call the whole village. We can use public transport. If you're serious, then we can go and we have a simple meal. He insisted that we have to wait when he gets money. But that was another red flag, because every time I brought up that topic, he never took it serious. So at some point in my life, I decided to let go of him. I guess I was being guided by the Holy Spirit. So I let him be. I did not say anything about it. I just moved on. So such things, those are some of the red flags. They seem so simple, but they are real. And these men who are smart enough can use them to manipulate you, to use you. However much, they might also say that maybe you used them or you used each other. Whatever the case, as a young girl out there who is still discovering yourself, you're still exploring, you're still enjoying life, some of these things you need to be cautious, you need to be careful. Otherwise, you're going to fall into their traps, just like this young girl who was swindled. That's it. Thank you so much for watching me. Until next time, bye.